In a significant strategic shift, the United States has temporarily suspended technology export restrictions to China. This move is a clear effort to preserve ongoing trade negotiations and support President Donald Trump's aim to secure a meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. According to reports from the Financial Times, the Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security has been instructed to avoid implementing tougher export controls on China in recent months. This decision comes as top U.S. and Chinese economic officials prepare to resume critical trade talks in Stockholm on Monday. These talks represent the third round of negotiations between the two global powers, following earlier meetings in Geneva and London, all aimed at addressing the long-standing disputes that have fueled the world's largest trade war. Tech giant NVIDIA has quickly emerged as the primary beneficiary of this policy reversal. The company announced it would resume sales of its H20 graphics processing units to China. The H20 chip, specifically designed for the Chinese market to comply with earlier restrictions, had surprisingly been banned in April over national security concerns regarding advanced AI chips potentially falling into Chinese hands. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick indicated that the H20 resumption is part of broader U.S. negotiations that also involve rare earths and magnets. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, who met with President Trump at the White House on July 10th, reportedly received assurances that export licenses for the modified chip would be granted. At the China International Supply Chain Expo, Huang, speaking in Mandarin and wearing a traditional Chinese tong suit, unveiled a new RTX Pro GPU, describing it as ideal for digital twin AI for smart factories and logistics, underscoring the vital importance of the Chinese market for NVIDIA's global operations. However, this pause in export controls has drawn sharp criticism from national security experts, who warn it could compromise America's technological edge. A group of 20 security experts and former officials, including former Deputy National Security Advisor Matt Pottinger, are reportedly sending a letter to Commerce Secretary Lutnick expressing deep concern about this policy shift. They argue that this move represents a strategic misstep that endangers the United States' economic and military edge in artificial intelligence. Critics specifically contend that the H20 chip could significantly accelerate China's military capabilities by outperforming more restricted alternatives in AI inference tasks. The Stockholm negotiations are widely expected to result in another 90-day extension of the current tariff truce between the two nations, which is set to expire on August 12th. Under the existing agreement, U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods stand at 55%, while China maintains 10% tariffs on American products. The talks will likely focus on structural issues, including China's export-led economic model and ongoing disputes over semiconductors, investment restrictions, and supply chain security. As James Mulvannon, an expert on China's military, emphasized, these decisions will determine which political system, which values, will ultimately control the most powerful technology in the history of the world.